AITA for refusing to take in my younger brother when my mom passes away? TW abuse. Don't get me wrong, I love my brother, so allow me to explain. Please forgive as the thought process is everywhere on this. So, my little brother was born with medical problems and wasn't expected to live like he has. When I was younger, after he was born, I was too scared to play with him in fear of hurting him or accidentally pulling one of the tubes out of him or accidentally disconnecting the wires attached to him out of him. As he started to grow, she got stronger, but then his and my sister's dad abandoned us. Long story, but we found out their dad is not my thanks to ancestry DNA. That is when things to a downturn. Again, I love my little brother. I got along with him, then our sister that was the middle child while I was the oldest. But when I was 8 years old, after their dad abandoned us, my mom leaned heavily on me as she taught me how to give my brother his medicine, how to put an ink tube in his nose, hose to fill the bag with his special formula, how to change his diaper, and so on. Things an 8-year-old shouldn't have to do. I also had stopped believing in things that all children were still believing in at that time because my mom told me it wasn't real, while my sister and brother got to keep believing in them until they were at the age to know better. As I grew older, she put more responsibilities on me by making me be the one in charge of making sure he got on his school bus once he was old enough to go to school and make sure my sister got to her school while I was in middle school. I remember one time I rushed to get him ready because I had overslept on accident and literally handed him to the school bus assistant without his shoes and apologize. I then fought to try to get my sister awake, but she wouldn't get up, and I decided that if I didn't want to miss my bus I had to go. My sister could walk to school, and on mornings I had to walk with her. I would get on my school bus by her school as there was a stop there, but when I didn't I get on at the one by the house. When I got home I was yelled at because my mom got a phone call from the officer at the school because of my sister missing too much school. I asked my mom, so you rather I missed school to make sure she got to school? My mom replied, yes, you don't miss school, so I won't go to jail for you missing school once in a while. That got to me that my education was less important than her making sure her own children got to school. By the time I was in high school my mom wasn't working because she didn't want to. I was working weekends at a flea market to help support the house because she couldn't get AFDC since she wouldn't work. She would sit in her room all day and only came out to cook dinner while I had to come home from school or work, clean the house, take care of my brother, and care for the animals she brought into the home. I wasn't allowed to do anything after school because I had to take care of my brother. By the time I got to the 11th grade I was so burnt out between working, school, house chores where I was the only one doing them, caring for my brother, caring for animals I didn't want, deal with schoolmates or coworkers that would vent to me, and having to miss school 2 days every week to go to dialysis with my little brother. I had enough and dropped out of school and quit my job because I couldn't do it anymore. Close to my 18th birthday my mom told me I was giving one of my kidneys to my brother because I was a perfect match. I hated being told that, but I was going to do it until I found out that due to me being underweight from my own medical issues that there was an 80.66% chance of me living, and if I did I would be dependent on people to take care of me. After that, when I turned 18 I moved out and away from her and my siblings because I didn't want to put others first anymore. Fast forward to recently, I'm 36, mom is 66, and brother is 31. Mom told me I need you to take care of your brother when I die. I replied with, you stole my childhood and teen years from me to care for him. I'm not doing it as a fucking adult. Get someone else to do so or he is going into a nursing home. I'm done. I then quickly left her house before any fighting could break out. So, AITA? Edit. I am adding this because I seen a couple of people say this. Yes, I am in therapy. I have been for years now. A lot related to my mom, some from my sister's and brother's father, and some because of the PTSD I struggle with from my ex-hub. This has just been something that has been eating away at me since it happened last week.